RCA Victor and its dealers present Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Cut. Hello there, television viewers and television lovers all over the country. You no doubt wonder why I have my T-shirt on tonight. And that is because we are just about to serve tea. No, I beg your pardon. No, it is because we have a very rare and special show for you tonight that I think you're going to enjoy very much. You may not know it, you people out there in the television audience who only see the Kuklapolitans for a half hour each night. We hope each night. You may not know that the Kuklapolitans really lead a very active and busy life indeed. Phrase which I picked up from a young friend of mine, Mr. Yessery Bob Rabbit. We lead a very active life, all of us. There is much hurly-burly. There is much burly-hurly. On the other hand, all of this put together is quite burly. You know that we rush from here to there, from hither to thither, and to yon. All the time, we're working on various things. We have our own personal lives, of course. Very little time for them now these days, but still we do. Well, I'm getting to it. Get your T-shirt on. Where was I, Jack?
Yawn.
I thought I gotten back from yawn. Well, as I say, there are very important things that people must remember when you're leading an active life, and that is physical exercise. Lately, we have noticed that many of us have kind of been a little tuckered out, a little peaked, and so it was Oliver Jethro Dragon's idea that we all needed exercise, and we all agreed that that was true. We didn't have time to go out to the gymnasium, each and every one of us, so we decided to build a gymnasium here in the Kuklapolitan Theater, and that is what we have done. And under the expert guidance of our physical education instructor, Mr. Oliver Dragon, we have succeeded in reducing the hurly-burly to a mere hurly. We have gone on interesting diets. We have taken exercise. Each and every one of us have tried to help build our bodies with the proper care, diet, and education on the matters of exercise. And so today we thought it would be very charming and very nice. We've had wonderful results. We really believe in physical culture. I'll tell you, I wish you could see my biceps. If my sleeves weren't so long, you could see what it's done for me. I'd like to... What do you mean, no testimonials? Well, I'd like to... All I can if I want to. I'm very happy. If you could only see what it's done for me and for my peace of mind, if you knew that, you would understand. So I thought I would bring today to you, in front of the camera here, just a sort of a typical day at the Kuklapolitan Gymnasium. And so we're going to have our curtains open, and I thank you. And you see everybody's toned up and really right on cue. And I'm going to bring you right now our physical culture man, the expert, Mr. Oliver Dragon. Let's, these few friends that have come here tonight, let's give him a big hand, shall we? Thank you. Thank you, Claude. That's enough.
Hello there, exercise lovers. Well, we're all here tonight, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a few testimonials, and we're going to show you how we have toned up our muscles and how we have brought a healthy glow to our tissues, and how we have all begun to really feel alive. And I know that you folks out there are all going to want to come down and join us at the Kuklapolitan Gymnasium. And I want you to know it's not just for the fellas, no siree, Bob. And I quote, "It is also for members of the fairer sex, and we'd be very happy to have you girls come down here. If you're overweight, if that's your problem, well, we can take care of that. If you're underweight, if that's your problem, we can take care of building you up. I know you'll have a good time because we got a lot of nice kids down here that you're going to have fun with. So remember, if you'd like to come down and tone up your muscles and get that fine, healthy glow to your tissues, be sure to come down and visit the Kuklapolitan Gymnasium because there was a slide here somewhere with our telephone number on it, but I don't have it right now. One of the kids was just demonstrating. It's a heavy wooden slide that we put up here with our telephone. One of the kids, he's a retired business executive. He's 67. He just came in. You'd think he was a boy of 14. Came in here and he picked up that sign. He was going to hang it up here. And you know what he did? Why, he just picked it up and without thinking, he's a little fidgety, he tore it in half. Imagine that. Imagine that. 5/8 plywood. Tore it in half. Of course, he used the rip saw. Well, anyway, I know that you kids out there, both the fellas who have a fine eye for a little bit of feminine beauty, and you gals who want to know the kind of stuff we're doing down here at the Kuklapolitan Gymnasium, I know you'll be interested in seeing the progress that three girls have made that I know that you're real fond of and that you know very well. You've probably seen on this show before. So I'm going down and lead them up here in a minute in some exercises. Girls, you get yourselves ready, and we're going to have a fine day, all of us together. I know we are. And don't forget, if you'd like to find out and come down here and tone up your tissues, just call. Oh, I forget the number. All right, girls, I hope you're on your toes. You bet. Okay, now. Francis, you're ready, aren't you?
You bet.
Well, let's get right in there now. Let's give a little demonstration of exercise, shall we? Come on. Oh, I feel so grand. Come on. Hello, Francis, darling. How are you? Come on, dear.
Great.
Wowie! Wow! 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 Boy, oh boy, oh boy! Before I came to Kuklapolitan Gymnasium, I was fidgety. Now I'm super fidgety.
Not time for the testimonials yet,
What?
Buelah.
Oh, not yet. All right, girls. All right, let's go now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your chin in. Keep your knees straight. Bend your head and slowly rotate. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Rest, and then you'll do some more.
Figure so very slim, muscles so very trim, you'll have to join us at the gym. For there's nothing like a good workout for vitality, vigor, and beam.
1, 2, 3, 4, bend at the waist. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, girls, I weighed myself the other day, and for a girl my height, by losing just an ounce or two, my weight would be just right. I'm exercising daily now because I've always felt a girl in my profession must be slender, slim, and svelte.
Figure so very slim, muscles so very trim, you'll have to join us at the gym. For there's nothing like a good workout for vitality, vigor, and vim. I've memorized a single page of Gaylord Hauser's book, and now I know his secret for that healthy, radiant look. Drop in for dinner, and we'll have a lovely health food feast. I'm serving wheat germ mixed with yogurt topped with brewer's yeast. For a figure so very slim, muscles so very trim, you have to join us at the gym. 'Cause there's nothing like a good workout for vitality, vigor, and vim.
1, 2, button your shoes. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up 6, 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, big fat. Because of spending much too many hours upon the ground, my wiry muscles used in flying have become unwound. But after daily exercise, I soon began to realize that flash, bam, who's overweight? I'm feeling great, great, great. For a figure so very slim, muscle so very trim, you'll have to join us at the gym. 'Cause there's nothing like a good workout for vitality, vigor, and 3, 4, ee. Ah, hey, hey, hey. Woo, woo, ee, ee. Thank you. All righty now. All right now.
Okay, girl, that was fine. That was great. You are sensational. Yes, sir. Well, Buelah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm unmarried.
No. Tell us about your physical self.
I used to be wiry. I used to be skinny, and my hair was long and stringy. What's happened to me? A big nothing.
How do you keep in trim?
Well, there, now that's a pretty question. Oh, yes! Well, girls, this is a fine thing that you kids can do at home, and I'm sure that you'll have the cooperation of your neighbors, and your husbands, and your boyfriends, and your fathers, everybody. I know that you're going to enjoy this as a fine ladylike exercise that you can do right at home, in the doorway, perhaps from the kitchen into the dining room, or some such doorway. May I have a little help?
Claude, bring in the equipment, please. Sorry, I didn't know we had it.
Now, first of all, you've got to get yourself a fellow like Claude who can put this thing up, you see. A little higher there. That's better. Now, this is a fine exercise in itself. Strengthens the thumb muscles. We all like to have nice, good, strong thumbs, don't we? You bet we do. That's fine. Thank you, Claude boy. Well, sir, oh, here it is. See it. Well, girls, just start off with just a little mild tap, you see. Just a little. It's the rhythm that counts, you see. And just give it a look. Sometimes it fights back. That's part of the competition. It's real. Well, just watch it. As you work into it, girls, you get a real rhythm into the thing, real fine rhythm, and you really tone yourself up. Build yourself up into a fine specimen of American womanhood. That's what I believe. Now, there's very little noise. Sometimes it shakes a little plaster down, but it's a fine exercise for the home. Really good for fingernails. Don't need a manicure at all. I always punch barehanded. Better for the knuckles, you know. Now there's a twist to it. This is good for the scalp. See my lovely hair? See how it's grown? From punching the bag with my head. Like that, girls? I knew you would. Well, is that all right, Oliver?
Great. Now strike a pose, will you, Buelah? Show us your back muscles.
Yeah!
How's that? Great, huh? What's that from?
Barbell!
Great, just fine, just great. Okay. Now, Claude, come on in, boy. Here's a fella. Now, you wouldn't think he was only 8 years old, would you? Look at the build now. Now, look at those forearms. Great, huh? That's what we can do for you. Now, we had a lady that came in to us not so long ago. She's not a Kuklapolitan, but she came in. She was a friend of a friend of somebody's friend. And she came in to us and said, I'd just like a little mild exercise. She was a lady who hadn't done much exercise, and so she was a retired executive. And so she came in, and she's here today, and I want her to give a little testimonial and give a little fuel. Come on in, sweetheart.
You may not believe this, and if any of you do, I'll deny it with my last breath, but I am 102 years old. When I first came down to the Kuklapolitan TV gymnasium, they had to dolly me in. After 10 lessons, I began to tone up. Only yesterday, I threw my husband up over the 21st floor of the Merchandise Mart, came down, caught him right on the end of this lead pencil, and gave him 3 flying mares. I cannot say too much for the Kuklapolitan Gymnasium.
Thanks, loads. That's just grand. Weren't you going to give us a little demonstration with the Indian clubs, or did you decide not to do that?
I can't do it after my experience with the flying mares.
I see. Now, well, you see, can you see what happens? It's a great thing. Now, here's my little fellow trainer who also works with me, Kukla, who works very hard here at the Kuklapolitan TV Gymnasium, and I know you're going to enjoy seeing him, and I'd like him to come up here right now.
Wowee! Hello, fellas! Hello, gals! We're real glad.
Strike a pose. Great. Isn't that great? You wouldn't think this kid, when he came into this gymnasium, I'll tell you, this kid was a wreck. He was a physical wreck. Believe me, he was just a physical wreck. Nervous wreck, too, and a nervous wreck, too. And now look at him. What's that from?
I was trying to get Buelah over her fidgets. I caught him.
Hold still now. Now, this little fella has not only been a great fella here working with us, but he also has done a wonderful job of assisting me, and now he is my assistant here in the Kuklapolitan TV Gymnasium. But he works on a little different principle, because we all feel that physical education and everything is very great, but we cannot keep going at that pace all the time. It is more important every so often to have relaxation hours, and we do have those here at the Kuklapolitan TV Gymnasium. And I'm going to ask my little friend here, Kukla, to tell you more about it. Kukla, the floor is yours.
Thanks. I'm going to take it home. I've always wanted one. Well, sir, fellows and gals, we do have wonderful times down here. We have it's not just exercise and running races and lifting weights all the time. No siree. Quote, Bob, unquote. It is also a great, wonderful time for relaxation. We have parties down here. And then many times after we swim 40 or 50 lengths of the pool, as most of us beginners do, why, we have a period known as quiet hour, and we go in to our relaxation room and rest. And later on, sometimes we all get together and have a nice party. Well, sir, one of the things that's made this possible, and I know that's made everybody very happy down here, is a little instrument that I have here. I'm going to lift it up myself just to show you how wonderfully I've done. I'm small, but I'm wary. Of course, this doesn't take much effort. Such a wonderful little instrument, anybody at all can pick it up and carry it from room to room, because this is a little RCA Victor 45 RPM record player attachment. It's called the 45J. That's what we call it down here at the Kuklapolitan TV Gym. Now, we have one of these in every little relaxation room and in our main recreation room. We love it because it plays so beautifully, because it plays only within the distortion-free quality zone. Now, to great athletes like us, it's very important to have this beautiful playing, because otherwise it would upset our nerves. Now, remember, it plays noiselessly, and the little records. Now, that's a very important thing. They're non-breakable plastic records. That's very handy around this place, believe me. We have one little character who not only likes to listen to the records, but he uses them for discus throwing. Well, it's very handy that they're non-breakable. See? See what I mean? Now, this little pickup is a silent sapphire permanent point pickup. That means it just gives us wonderfully, wonderfully lots of wear and tear, and always plays just as beautifully and easily. You'd think that this little RCA Victor 45 RPM record player had a course at Kuklapolitan TV Gym. You bet. Because you know why? Because it has the world's simplest, surest changer. Just zip, 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 zips. Not even that many zips. And very easy on storage space, you know. This little player is very small, very handy, compact, and the little records. Well, I'll just show you a couple of our little 45 records. You see, here we are. They fit right there on the player, you see. How wonderful. That's the changer, right there. Everything all together. And you can store these little records in such a small space. And that's very handy for us because we use a lot of our space for gymnasium equipment. And 45 records cost up to 1/4 less than ordinary ones. Well, sir, I guess I've just about said everything I can about the little 45. And I hope you kids will come down to our Kuklapolitan TV Gym. And I hope that you'll come in and listen to some of our fine RCA Victor records, because we have a very fine collection. I think I'll take the records down here. Here you are.
Twee. This gets thrown.
Here we are now. Simple? See? Well, sir! Oliver, I guess that just about completes my part.
Thank you, buddy. You were great. Strike a pose. Fine. Great. Yeah, look at those muscles. Look at them. Isn't that great? Sensational. Okay, kid, run along and do some push-ups.
I don't feel like push-ups.
So do some push-ups. Good, fine. Breathe in as you breathe.
Can't breathe.
Breathe.
All right, I'm trying to breathe.
Great. Go do 50 chin-ups. Well, now, Miss Allison,
Right, Chief.
how are you doing?
Great.
What have you been doing recently? Tell me. I'd like you to do it. I tell you what, as a matter of fact, I'd like you. Oh, even for the trainer, it's pretty.
You mean it's difficult for you? Oh, gee, are you terrific.
We should give us a little demonstration, my dear. See what I mean, fellas? Oh, that's great. Strike a pose. No. So it's muscle pose. Very good. Fine. Real great. Say, I guess Ophelia is ready to give some sort of a demonstration. Look, my dear, here's the tackling bag. Will you go out and tackle for a little while? Oh, that gal's great. She's real cooperative. Well, sir, now we're going to show you a little something different in the way of how to lose a few pounds, girls. This goes along with our Kuklapolitan TV gym, and I'd ask Ophelia to speak up a little bit.
Thank you, Mr. Dragon. Hello, girls. Hello.
Strike a pose. Great.
Oh, he's so wonderful to work with. Well, now I'll ask my dear girlfriend, Miss Buelah Witch, to help me with this demonstration. Whoops! Hello, kid. Wowie! All right, I'll hold it, dear. You get inside. Peekaboo! All set. Contact.
Well, those little things will happen. Great. Well, those little things will happen. You know how it is. Take care of her. Well, there, Francis. That was a laugh, wasn't it? Yeah.
Just one of them things.
Yeah. So we say, a strike pose. You bet. That's great. Well, sir, you know, fellas, we have courses here not only for the fellas but for the girls in the art of defense, and we'd like to give you a little demonstration now, my dear. How's your fighter here? In shape?
He's in the pink.
You
Don't
bet.
worry.
Okay.
Tweet.
Strike pose.
Tweet.
Who's the referee? Francis?
He hadn't laid a glove on you.
Francis!
Okay, to the showers.
Strike a pose. Oh, there you have it, kids. That's the kind of thing we have down here. Miss Allison, come on back. We want the kids to come down here, don't we, and visit with us.
You bet.
Wow, it's certainly a real George thing, don't you think?
All the way.
All the way, you bet. Look at Jackson. Look what great shape he's in now. Isn't it fine?
Put the piano down now, Jack.
Yeah. He's been holding it all this time.
All this time.
Wish you could have gotten a picture of him, you know.
Just couldn't make it.
Yeah, well, anyway, you kids out there, I hope that you'll all be interested. And what's the telephone number?
I don't know, but I just got 3 new members. Stevie, Idella, and Arlene.
You did? Great, great. How's the little old lady that came in earlier? 102.
I don't know. I haven't seen her. She went out with one of the fellas.
Oh, really? Linwood or Claude?
I don't know. I couldn't see. They were walking on their hands.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Well, we've had real success here, and we've had lots of fun being with you today. And just like to say a couple of things to you before we go. You can do these things at home, these exercises, of course.
You can all have figures like this.
Sure.
You may not want them, but you can all have them.
Yeah, and you can, as I say, you can do these things at home naturally. But it's more fun down here.
Sure.
There's more danger. So, well, look at the steam machine thing there. So I just want to tell you one thing, you kids, you lovers of physical culture. Just remember our little motto that we always use. For a figure so very slim, muscles so very trim, you'll have to join us at the gym. For there's nothing like a good workout for vitality, vigor, and vim. Strike a pose! Strike a pose! Strike a pose!
All right, let's relax. I've had enough exercise for one day.
If you think this isn't a steam cabinet, you're crazy.
I think that's real cute on
You like it?
Yeah, how you like my T-shirt?
Wonderful. What?
From the Boys Club.
Fine.
Boys Club on that side.
Handsome.
Well, kids, let's all strike a pose and just say these closing words to our friends. Strike a pose. Remember, in television,
It's RCA! Victor!
Here's your season ticket for the whole family for concerts, opera, anything from Beethoven to Boogie Woogie, from Offenbach to Oliver Dragon. This Victrola 45 attachment can play the new 45 RPM records right through your present radio, phonograph, or television set. Costs as little as $12.95. Enjoy recorded music at its best with this modern automatic changer, the new RCA Victor 45. The musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Buelah Zachary. The director is Louis Gomovitz. And the costume designer is Joseph Lockwood.
and this is Burr Tillstrom.
Strike a pose!
RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in television, first in recorded music. Kukla, Fran and Ollie came to you from Chicago.
NBC Television.